Cummins is now developing a commercial truck engine based on hydrogen. We are the fourth nation to conduct docking in space, and now again we are the fourth nation to develop hydrogen-powered railway engine. So Nadi Tarangini, which is diagnostic device, apparently senses Nadi, became India's first officially recognized Ayurvedic medical device. DeepSeek's success has wobbled the widely held belief that pouring billions of dollars into AI chip investments guarantees dominance, and which is escalating a tech cold war with China. Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Gappa, which is the first ever tech podcast show in India. We are the hosts. I'm Amogh.
I'm Sumedh.
I'm Mohit.
And we discuss all things tech in a simplified way. You ask why we do it. It's simple. We are technically nerds. So before we start with the today's episode, Tech Gappa is now available on Spotify and YouTube Music. So you can tune in to these two platforms and listen to our podcast. So moving ahead with today's episode, we have a lot of interesting news articles today, which we'll be taking or rather looking at, starting from some developments in hydrogen factor, hydrogen development, hydrogen industry, to be honest.
Hydrogen energy.
Yeah, hydrogen energy.
Yeah.
So we have train engines developed by Indian Railways. We have heavy duty commercial vehicle engines developed by Cummins. Then we have some great news from IIT Madras again. We have something from Hyperloop as well. What else? Oh, definitely AI stuff. We can't simply keep our hands off of AI stuff. So we will be discussing again AI in this episode as well. So, but we
Some big
promise,
players.
yep. But none of the information would be redundant. So everything is new. Everything is new, but in the same domain.
Yeah.
Everything is new.
Yeah. Okay. Cummins has developed a hydrogen fuel. So I think hydrogen buzz is going on for like last couple of years. Maybe when the union government or other union ministry said about BS6 compliance and alternative fuel solutions, or the focus when the focus was shifted from the traditional, you can say, fossil fuels to much greener fossil fuels or much greener fuels, as you can say. So they are now, or rather Cummins is now developing a commercial truck engine based on hydrogen. So actually I happened to call or get in touch with some of my friends who are working in the industry, because I am from IT background and I have no idea what's going on in the hydrogen sector. But turns out there is a lot of research going on with ARAI here in Pune, and a lot of research is being carried out when it comes to hydrogen engines, or maybe green hydrogen, or all sorts of hydrogen. So we'll be discussing what are the types of hydrogens uh, here today as well. But ARAI is actually, taking a lead here, or rather, all the companies are doing a lot of research when it comes to LNG, bio CNG. So I think switching to a greener fuel is what everyone is planning. I mean, I don't have to tell what's going on in the electric vehicle segment here in India. After like 3 to 4 years back in 2020, when the first EV was launched by Tata, here we are in today's in 2025's Bharat Mobility. We saw Creta EV, we saw what else? We saw Grand Vitara EV.
Yeah.
We saw newer models of Kia
Yeah.
EV6, Kia EV9. There is Harrier EV somewhere around the corner. We have Sierra EV in the
We
work.
already have Mahindra.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I actually, Mohit, I actually saw Mahindra, what's that, BE6?
Yeah.
BE6,
Yeah.
both the cars. So to sum up, electric vehicles are, started to boom
Yes.
in the consumer market as of now.
Yeah.
So
I think
they,
the I think the major manufacturers have decided to, push the EV platform. They're seeing a lot of sales on the conventionally popular ones. Like when you mentioned the Creta EV, you see Creta is one of the most popular selling compact SUVs out here, and
Yeah.
choosing a EV front would be the best decision.
Yeah, but just to cater, yeah, you were saying something, Mohit, you want to add?
No, I was talking about they are just targeting for the models which are already have some kind of influence over the market,
Yes.
Yeah,
and they are converting it to the AV. So
Yeah, but
EV.
not all manufacturers like
Not
Mahindra
all,
is,
of course,
yeah,
because they have
no,
chosen
no,
the path. Some of the
correct,
manufacturers are like they are sticking to the ICE, and some of the manufacturers also try for the hybrid solution.
correct.
yeah,
That is also the new approach. But
hmm
some of the major manufacturers will be, of course, going towards the EV segment. So
Right.
most definitely.
But
yeah,
actually, like the most viable solution, like EV is most reliable or logical product when it comes to consumer market where the range is limited to 500 kilometers, maybe like on an average, or it's
yeah,
practically we don't have 500 kilometers range giving EV as of now in India. Curve is almost there, but let's not go there. But the thing
yeah,
is, if we are considering commercial vehicle segment, trucks, heavy duty
Yeah,
trucks, multi-axle trucks. So I think EV is not really a good solution over there.
as
yeah.
of now,
Electric,
no.
True.
electric powertrain is not really a good solution. But hydrogen is, whether hydrogen is, that's highly questionable because many of us might know hydrogen is extremely lethal,
Yeah,
extremely capable, and extremely dangerous. But let's just take a look at this article. And this is from Autocar, so that's a
Hmm.
good article, I would say. So the article reads Cummins Group India launched its next generation HELM. What's HELM? I don't know. I'll just take a look at it. Yeah, higher efficiency,
Efficiency,
lower
lower
emission,
emission.
anything, yeah.
yeah, and multiple fuels platform.
Mhm.
Um, and advanced hydrogen fuel delivery system. The company introduced BS6 compliant L10 engine and a hydrogen fuel delivery system capable of 350 bar. Okay, that's just too much numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is designed to meet future BS7 and Euro 7 emission standards. So Cummins might also export this engine to Europe or maybe US in future.
You mean the Tata Cummins will export this engine to US because Cummins is the US organization.
yeah,
Tata Cummins.
Yeah, so Tata Cummins is the Indian venture of the Cummins.
Is it?
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
It's kind of, I think so, it is 50-50
Oh,
partnership.
yeah, it
So,
does read here. So
yeah, yeah, exactly.
MD of Tata Cummins Private Limited and head of engine business at Cummins emphasized that new products align with government's because okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, there is all over Tata Cummins. Yeah, India companies. Yeah, correct, correct.
So Tata Cummins was established in 1993 and it's a 50-50 joint venture between Tata Motors and Cummins USA.
Mhm.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean it's a
What,
good
what,
it's a good
what's like? It will be a good alternative for the, as you said, for the commercial vehicles.
Yeah, it will be.
exactly. It will be a great alternative. I mean, I can see here natural gas and
Mhm.
non-diesel engine. So I think they are also planning something in CNG or LNG maybe.
Hmm.
Most
CNG
probably.
CNG is compressed natural gas, which is basically piped gas we have
Correct.
at our homes in
Yeah,
in many households, or maybe I think CNG is very common. You have a lot of CNG filling stations on highways and
yeah.
so
CNG,
LNG, yeah,
yeah. CNG would provide like a greater alternative as such when you're out of the hydrogen fuel. Because although I think the CNG, especially in load bearing vehicles, such as some heavy duty trucks, multi axle vehicles, I think CNG would just be a backup source since it really doesn't, help you produce much torque as we've
Right.
seen.
So
It's aimed mostly towards, efficiency,
Correct.
fuel efficiency than outright torque and power. So I think although having a multiple, fuel option for such engines would be lovely.
yeah, because we have already seen maybe on in Ghat section, a lot of
Hmm.
CNG cars suffer a lot.
Exactly.
So we live in Pune, so we I have often times seen a lot of there is a lot of traffic jam in Mumbai Pune Expressway Ghats.
Yeah.
So I have seen a lot of vehicles stalled in the expressway because they was using CNG and it was sort of overheating.
Yeah.
So yes, there is the power is very less when it comes to CNG only, but
Yeah.
LNG on the other hand, LNG is I guess liquefied natural gas.
Yeah.
So it is much better when it comes to power generation and maybe mostly in Southeast Asian countries, a
Mhm.
lot of commercial vehicles are using LNG as a
Oh, is it?
commercial
Okay.
commercial fuel. Yeah, because
It is
me
so.
and Sumedh, when we were in Vietnam
Yeah.
in November, so we saw a lot of trucks running, or rather, majority of the trucks running on LNGs.
Mm-hmm.
A
Exactly.
lot of LNG filling stations on the highways as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like being in a liquid state, it's more on a denser side, and all the chemistry behind it or science behind it aside, it delivers more power. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
better alternative to just your regular CNG.
yeah,
Okay.
but although they have not, they have simply showcased it in the Bharat Mandapam,
Mhm.
and I think this was in what, yeah, this year's Bharat Mobility Expo.
Yeah.
So there's no word on when they plan to roll it out or when
Okay.
will we
So there is
see.
no definite date
Yeah.
or release date.
So I
Yeah.
think this is just like, showcasing a milestone
Yeah.
that
Mm.
hey, Cummins is working on these engines and we are ready for the future is what they are trying to hint,
Mm-hmm.
is what I
Most
feel.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but commercial sector really needs an alternative to diesel, is what I feel.
Most definitely. Yeah.
On the similar lines, actually, Indian Railways has also developed their own very first train engine
Oh
based on,
yeah.
Based on
It's
hydrogen.
actually quite big news. You should really share that link as well.
yeah. So we are the fourth nation to conduct docking in space. And now again, we are the fourth nation to develop hydrogen powered railway engine.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I think this hydrogen train engine is supposed to be the most powerful one yet in the
yeah,
world.
yeah, maybe because I think so. Yeah, the article reads engine is made by Indian Railways using indigenous technology, like I was saying, and a capacity of 1200 horsepower. So I don't know how much CC is that.
So there are five countries basically which are running or
Oh,
have
so we are
produced.
not the fourth one. We are fifth one.
We
It's
will
my
be
bad.
fifth one. Yeah, I
We'll
think
be
so.
fifth.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
will be.
we'll be fifth country after Germany, France, Sweden, and China.
Yeah.
But they are the only nations developing engines which deliver horsepower between 500 and 600.
So it's kind of a double up.
Yeah. So we are sort of developing 1200 horsepower engine.
Mhm.
So earlier I did mention about what a blue hydrogen is, green hydrogen is.
So hydrogen has been, used as a clean fuel source, but to source hydrogen itself, there are quite a few processes, and hydrogen extracted from such sources has been classified into four major types, such as blue hydrogen, gray hydrogen, green hydrogen, and pink hydrogen, of which the blue and gray hydrogen are basically extracted from the same process, I could say, where we use natural gas as the main product. the main source. And with the process of steam methane reforming, we extract the hydrogen. But in case of the blue hydrogen, the byproduct of carbon dioxide is not as significant as it is in the case of gray hydrogen. Gray hydrogen has a lot of significant byproduct of
CO2.
carbon dioxide, and thus it's classified as gray hydrogen in this case. Now, on the contrary, green hydrogen, which is by far one of the best types of hydrogen that is extracted, because it is produced by water electrolysis, some of the basic chemistry experiments everyone has done before, and the electricity supplied for this electrolysis is completely used from renewable sources such as wind, solar, or even hydroelectric, as some might do. And there is one more category of hydrogen that is again done by water electrolysis, but here the power is supplied by nuclear energy. So this is called the pink
Pink
hydrogen.
hydrogen. Okay.
Yeah.
So blue hydrogen is sourced from or rather made from natural gas, but very less amount of CO2 or carbon
Uh-huh.
dioxide is generated.
Yeah.
Gray hydrogen is also produced from natural gas, but a lot of CO2 is generated, hence the difference. Both green and pink hydrogen are made from water, but green hydrogen, the electricity used is from renewable sources, and in case of pink, it is from nuclear energy.
Mhm, mhm. So there is a little accuracy I would like to bring into the blue and gray hydrogen production per se.
Hmm.
So, in case of gray hydrogen, actually, whenever the CO2 is released, it is directly released into the atmosphere,
Oh,
and hence it does contribute to the greenhouse effect. On the contrary, for the blue hydrogen, it is again done by steam reforming, but the CO2 is actually captured and stored underground. So it does escape little by little at some point of time, but it's arguably a little more eco-friendly compared to, say, the gray hydrogen.
okay.
Hmm.
I think, yeah, I mean, as long as we are helping the environment, I think we are
Yeah,
completely fine.
yeah.
But the interesting thing will be to check what sort of hydrogen will be there available in the pumps in future, in hydrogen pumps,
Yeah.
because maintaining the pumps or rather maintaining the pressure
Mm-hmm.
in the hydrogen pumps is a very difficult task. There are a lot of losses because ordinary fuel pump requires not great of infrastructure.
Yeah,
To store hydrogen, there are temperature controllers. So
yeah,
hydrogen requires to be stored at a very, I think, negative temperatures, if I'm not wrong.
yeah. Most of the times, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that it being such a potent explosive, it's going to be quite tough to deploy it for everyday use, especially in commercial vehicles, where it will be exposed to a lot of heat and pressure otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just to wrap it up over here,
Hmm.
hydrogen engines or hydrogen fuel cells are not at all new.
Hmm.
I've read some news about Tata working with Indian Oil, where Tata has provided, I think, 10 or 20 hydrogen fuel cell buses to
Hmm.
Indian Oil just to test as a part of test. So
Yeah,
again, hydrogen, I mean, yeah, Toyota is in this business
it
for
has been.
past 15 years.
Yeah,
Mirai is widely popular in California
yeah,
and in Japan, which runs completely on hydrogen.
yeah.
So hydrogen fuel cell and hydrogen engines is not at all a new topic,
Mhm.
but it's just that people are started or big giants or industry leaders are started have started taking some steps towards the hydrogen as a fuel.
Yeah.
in both, and in both the segments. Commercial, when I say commercial, it it means trucks, buses, and everything.
Yeah.
And also in consumer, which
Consumer.
means all the cars and all the mini tempos, Tata Ace or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah. So moving ahead, we have a great news from Ayurvedic diagnostics, or maybe you can say Ayurveda for that matter.
Okay.
So Nadi Tarangini is a newly developed device, which is diagnostic device, which
Mhm.
apparently senses Nadi. So a lot of,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the folks out there, Ayurveda, when you go to Ayurvedic doctor, he performs a Nadi Pariksha or a Nadi test. And there's this news wherein someone has developed Nadi diagnostics app,
Mhm.
device.
Okay.
So they have named it as Nadi Tarangini, and it's an AI powered pulse diagnostic device developed by Atreya Innovations, which became India's first officially recognized Ayurvedic medical device,
Mhm.
receiving approvals from CDSCO. So it comes at a whooping price of 55,000 rupees.
Yeah.
So that needs to be checked if the doctors are willing to buy this, or
Mhm.
for that matter, I don't know who is going to buy this at this point. I mean, if a regular consumer is going to buy this, what would be the next step?
Mhm.
Because yeah, I mean, it will give out some results, but then what would be the next step? Because an Ayurvedic practitioner decides or decides the medicine based on what he is sensing in your nadi.
Yeah.
So
I
even if a,
think, sorry, please go ahead.
no, so even if a consumer buys this, what would be the next step? Someone has to provide some medicines or suggest some
I
medicines.
think so. If it is
Yeah.
AI powered, then it will be
It
there.
might, yeah, it might suggest a few medicines per se, but I think this would be one of the specialized equipments that most practitioners would, go and purchase out to simplify a few of their practices. Although a very prominent Ayurvedic practitioner would probably prefer his own skills over something like AI in
Right.
this case. But nonetheless, this could be one of the very important, I would say, devices that he or she can have, because say, so I know these people are really practiced, and I wouldn't doubt their skills, but nonetheless, if there is something very accurate, very high precision, and if this device can provide such results, then definitely practitioners could be using this to give a
Yeah.
more accurate reading as well.
In contrast, basically, it will not be accepted by the practitioner.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
about to say that.
exactly.
So because their entire thing or
Business
skill
model,
set,
business model is
yeah,
sense hukel.
exactly. So I think so. It will not be welcome by the practitioner, but yeah, for a 55,000 device, it can be as a they can buy it for the family, entire family,
Yeah.
so that they can
Second
actually
opinion
monitor
machine.
second opinion
Second
machine,
opinion.
or just think like that. Even though Apple Watch or any smartwatch which is tracking your health is not a doctor, it is
Yeah,
Right.
basically tracking your health. But in Nadi Pariksha or pulse checking, it is very the medicines are dependent on that particular thing.
Correct.
exactly.
So it is
Yeah.
not supporting the thing, but of
Mm-hmm.
course it can generate some pattern or generate some result, and based on that it should give the suggestion.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
uh, only if they are checking the pulse and producing nothing, just a diagnosis, then it is useless. Because
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
they have to I think so there will be some prescription or something like that will be there in the app, but it will be not welcome by the medical practitioner which is practicing Ayurveda.
Yeah.
It is more of for the you can say for the centers, or some kind of they can buy it for the family, entire family,
Yeah.
something like that.
So what they are saying is that the device analyzes 22 Ayurvedic parameters, including the three doshas, which is Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, stress levels, digestive health, and overall well-being. Then it produces a 10-page report with detailed health insights based on pulse data.
Mm-hmm.
And it is available in 10 languages. The report is available in 10 languages.
Mm-hmm.
The accuracy is approximately 85%.
Okay.
Okay, but
And
85% is also good.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
they're claiming that it is used in over 1,250 Ayurvedic clinics, and
Hmm.
more than 5 lakh individuals have been already tested
Yeah.
using the device.
More than 5 lakh
I
individuals.
Yeah,
My God, that is insane. But I just read in on the website. So they're uh, what they're promoting it as portable and ready to go. I think this could be useful in the case where a medical practitioner, specifically in Ayurveda, if he or she is not able to travel someplace, and
yeah.
if someone in need is in a remote location, where if you send in something like an ambulance and get some immediate readings using this device, maybe the practitioner would be able to suggest some good medicine based off of this as well.
Maybe because like let's just consider the previous example of Apple
Hmm.
Watch.
Uh-huh.
So based on the report of Apple Watch, none of the decisions can be made.
Yeah.
Correct.
So for example, in case of heart attacks, the Apple Watch would be able to tell that, or rather would be able to record that this was the heart rate at this particular time.
Hmm.
But there is no conclusion, or rather the fact of this record is not conclusive of a heart attack. They
Hmm.
still perform a test
Yeah.
by extracting a blood. So basically a blood test just to determine whether the patient has had an heart attack or not.
Yeah.
Even though Apple Watch is sort of giving an alert that something
Yes.
is wrong, that particular intimation is not the
It
fact,
is
or
just
not the
alert.
point
It
of,
is just
yeah, not the
alert.
point of,
So
exactly.
it will not
Yeah.
suggest you any medicine or any kind of treatment. But
Yeah.
in Nadi Pariksha, I think so that is the main thing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you examine the patient by that only. So you have to
Exactly.
Exactly.
introduce something to buy it, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just collecting viable data. So if this viable data is going to be useful, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if at all you want to trust the report, maybe we can use this for research purposes,
Most definitely.
just to
Yeah.
refine,
Yeah.
just to
For the
refine.
research purpose, for the taking out the report, it will be helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but decision making
It
is
is,
slightly,
yeah.
Yeah. No, no, no.
I don't
It,
feel it
it, it
should
should
be
be
like,
left to a professional in this case, at least.
I still feel that because
Yeah.
like we are discussing here, I mean, Nadi Pariksha is the whole and soul parameter of decision making.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah, this particular product has got a lot of praise even from Prime Minister as well. So I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, it definitely is a step towards combining or a fusion of traditional medicine and modern technology. But still, I think it's still debatable whether should we rely on this or not.
Actually, what happens is there is an advancement in the technology, I believe, but medical science is advanced actually, and it might sound something different, but the technically advanced people doesn't go for the Ayurveda.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
true.
they started to go towards Ayurveda because the Western countries now believing in Ayurvedas and Ayurvedic practice. But in our country, for example, it is best medicine help is still a medical help that we get. So
Yeah.
it is they are not going towards Ayurveda. So acceptance and the audience that they are serving is differ in that sense, because technically smart people will go for this kind of a product,
Mhm.
but technically smart people will not go for the Ayurvedic treatment.
Right.
Yeah,
So there is the difference, I think so. Yeah,
yeah,
it's good initiative.
Yeah,
it is.
it's a good product, definitely. But who will be using it
Exactly. That's
is
the
a
Yeah.
question.
question. One guy fell down 1,000 feet, and
Can
there is a
you,
feature.
sorry to disturb, but can you explain that in not fat units?
Not fat units. Okay. Um,
300 meters, I guess.
no,
250.
I think I'll just rephrase. A man fell from a distance between New York and New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Yeah,
So
that's
no,
more right.
it's just American way to say stuff. They didn't.
Anything but the metric
Yeah,
units.
Metric unit.
anything but article quotes that Apple Watch respond helps responders rescue a skier after 1,000-foot drop in freezing temperatures. So there's this feature in Apple Watch wherein they have enabled us crash detection and fall detection. And if at all somebody is going through a fall, the watch directly dials 911 and intimates someone that,
Okay.
hey, my user is in
Yeah.
emergency and
Yeah.
please help me rescue it.
Yeah.
So I'll just share for a quick while.
Hmm.
You can find all the links which we are using here in the description below. So you can take a look as well. So this video was caught in Washington State. And like I said, the man was skiing and he fell into maybe a trench, which is, or maybe, I don't know what, but we have an update from telecom sector. It's not, I don't feel it's an update per se. I mean, I'll
Hmm.
just, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? I mean, I have a short story to share from my childhood.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, so Jio, Airtel, and BSNL users can now use any network to make calls. And this feature is made available. I can see Mohit's reaction already. This
Yeah.
feature
Yes.
is available through intra-circle roaming,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and this is being launched by Department of Telecom. But there's
Hmm.
a catch. It is only available in DBN funded mobile towers only. So
Okay.
DBN is basically Digital Bharat Nidhi.
Yeah.
So only mobile towers which are constructed or which are placed under Digital Bharat Nidhi will be eligible in network sharing, you can say. But they are saying that not only users would be able to make calls, but also access 4G internet.
Mhm.
So accessing 4G internet is something new. Yes, I completely agree. But making calls is on someone else's network is not at all new, is what I feel.
Yeah. It is not new.
Yes.
Because okay, let's just go through this article to see. Yeah, for people who are interested in numbers, this will provide seamless connectivity via 27,000 dbn funded mobile towers and over 35,400 rural and remote villages in the country.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it's okay. But the reason why I'm saying it's not really new, because back in the days when we had this Chotu handsets,
Yeah.
is what I remember. My mom, no, my dad had Idea connection. So Vodafone Idea was back then Idea only. And whenever I used to visit my native place, which is completely remote, away from all the city life, they had BSNL towers back then.
Yeah.
And we had an option to register Idea network on
On
BSNL.
BSNL. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sharing of network is not at all new,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but there were some conflicts. I mean, not always, this was not always the case. I mean, if we are traveling towards south, sometimes we were not allowed to register on BSNL towers, even if we are using Idea.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this was possible
The
only
roaming
through,
network was the biggest
yes,
challenge that
Yeah.
yes.
back
But
then.
still, in some roaming networks as well, I remember being registered on Airtel.
Hmm.
There
Okay.
were no billing difference was not there when it came to calling or sending SMS. I mean, yes, roaming charges were applicable at that
Correct.
time. But being an Idea user using Jio's range or Jio's network or Airtel's network or BSNL's network is not at all new.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yes, sharing of 4G services is completely new.
Yeah. Although I would have to say, your father getting good range on Idea is something, a dream I'll never see.
Those were the golden days.
Though those definitely were,
Idea sucks now, officially.
yeah, really bad.
So I think so they are sharing the towers, so it is good initiative, and in that sense, because they will be minimizing the towers uh,
Yes,
quantity. So
yes.
by doing that,
Mhm.
I believe,
So,
and that is the good move,
correct.
because we are surrounded by the towers, to be honest, and how impactful it is on the nature or environment.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
from company standpoint, I mean, yes, you say what you said is completely right. But from company standpoint as well, they are now not in a rush
Hmm.
behind the numbers, or they are now not in a rush to increase their tower
Correct.
coverage.
Yeah,
So
because
Mhm.
everything is changing fast, so
It
they will
is.
not spend that much of amount.
exactly. So a lot
Mm.
of they'll be seeing a lot of savings.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. And anyways, whenever you see a tower, it's not just one's provider there.
Correct.
It's like a multiple providers have their radios up there,
Yep.
and having good sites is what matters after all. So as long as you're having decent sites to provide everyone with the required coverage, I think this initiative is good. As long as you're getting coverage, then introducing 4G again for intra-network communication, it's going to be good.
Yeah, totally. I mean, sharing of 4G services is really great,
Yeah.
but calling, I mean, it's just a different.
It's no big deal. It's just okay.
Yeah. Moving ahead with a different topic, which was actually suggested by one of our subscribers. So actually, he had mentioned in a comment on our second video, which was Hyperloop's video, to discuss something about Perplexity AI and its uses.
Hmm.
So recently, in the last couple of days, Perplexity AI has made it into the news, and I actually saw the comment. You can read it here. The comment was this. So that's why I thought maybe we should cover it. And actually, it is interesting. So Perplexity AI is sort of like a chat GPT, you can say,
Hmm.
but developed privately. So ChatGPT or OpenAI is the owner of ChatGPT, and Microsoft and OpenAI are working together for ChatGPT. So similarly, Perplexity AI is sort of a different module altogether, and
Mhm.
they have shown a lot of interest in India and Indian facilities. So in the last couple of videos, I guess, we had discussed about how big giants are investing in India specifically for AI. So you can watch our video here
Yeah.
about that. So Microsoft, Geo are investing in AI and in India. So similarly, Perplexity AI has given IIT Madras students free of cost, free access to all the models and free access to all the Perplexity algorithms, you can say.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's a huge, huge plus. I
Yeah.
mean, he has, or the founder. So I'll just read out the article. Wait, let me just share.
Yeah, can share it also. Yeah.
So the article says, Arvind Srinivas, who is founder and CEO of Perplexity AI, has said the search engine startup has given free Perplexity Pro to all students and faculty and staff of IIT Madras. So he has
Mhm.
also posted this on Twitter. And
X.
what?
No, no. Continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
X. Okay.
Yeah.
So X, tweet. tweeted on X, formerly known as Twitter, is what
Yeah.
I say. So he turns out Arvind Srinivas
Very
was
funny.
a IIT Madras student, and which is why he
Mhm.
has taken this step. And he's terming that Perplexity Pro is a top tier subscription plan, meticulously crafted to elevate your search experience by offering an array of advanced features and capabilities. So,
Mhm.
Hmm.
just like Google's Gemini, OpenAI's ChatGPT 4, we have now Perplexity AI as well. So, this is actually being cheered. This decision is being cheered by all the IIT Madras campus, you can say, or faculty, student, staff, everyone.
Yeah.
So this would enable a lot of development
Yeah.
because these guys are getting all the access to algorithms and everything.
Mhm.
So just imagine the development. I mean, based
I think
on,
so. Zoom is also integrated with the like integrating with the
yes,
Sonar. Sonar is basically
yes,
the person.
API for Perplexity, right? Yeah.
yes.
There's quite some
So
integration going
we
on.
we do have a lot of players. I mean, in future, I don't feel we'll be restricted just by using ChatGPT. I mean, ChatGPT is obviously the one of the firsts you can say to do it. But now we have, like you said, we have Sonar, we have Perplexity, we
Mhm.
already
DeepSeek.
have, we don't have Barrett's now,
We have
Gemini.
a
But yeah,
DeepSeek as well. So
but people are going in that direction.
Yeah.
But making all this available free of cost is a huge plus,
Mhm.
is what I feel.
Yeah, most definitely. I
But on
mean,
the similar lines, I mean, yeah, I mean, yes, Perplexity is providing all the access to the IIT Madras students. Microsoft has decided to stop providing cloud infrastructure to OpenAI.
well,
So call it a love and hate relationship, you can say. But
yeah.
Microsoft is continuing their support
Mhm.
to Chat GPT, to OpenAI, but
Mhm.
they are now no longer the cloud network provider, or rather cloud infra provider, you can say.
Yeah.
mhm.
Is this because of Copilot?
Maybe I don't know what Microsoft is thinking.
Yeah. But I think they might be, trying to push their in-house stuff more.
Maybe I mean, yeah, everyone is going in that direction, but Microsoft had a lot of stake in OpenAI. So why
Yeah.
why are they worried when it comes to providing cloud infra?
Yeah. You know.
So the article here quotes that the deal now includes right of first refusal, is what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Okay.
So over the past few years,
Mhm.
fi- I mean, apart from its financial investments and everything, Microsoft was also the exclusive cloud infra provider to OpenAI or ChatGPT. While the
Mhm.
former is still there, the latter will not be true anymore. So Microsoft is there in financial investments, but no longer the exclusive cloud provider.
Mhm.
So I don't know why is that, but let me just find. So in addition to this, OpenAI recently made a new large Azure commitment that will continue to support all OpenAI products. And this new agreement also includes changes to the exclusivity of, yeah, again, right of first refusal. We have it here as well. But yeah, I think you're right because of Copilot.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So Copilot is again, what can you can say, AI
Mhm.
assistant
Yeah. It
in
has
Windows.
been.
Kind
So
of, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Cortana has been
Cortana was
rebranded
back
as,
then.
yeah,
Cortana was. I think Cortana is like it's like remaining only there for like till the Windows 10, end of
Correct.
support, end of life structure. But Copilot, I see it popping up everywhere, especially in all the Windows-based applications, especially on the desktop. I mean, their recent whatever they try to push forward as like the AI thingy, and I mean, I'm personally not for it, where it captures your screen after a while, so to give you better search results. I mean, I don't want that, tracking my screens every now and then. But looking at Microsoft's, structure pushing updates, it usually does this. It just brings it out as a optional feature at the start, and later it just makes it mandatory. So you just can't even disable it.
So Cortana was available on Windows 10,
Hmm.
and it was their sort of AI, not exactly AI, yeah, you can say AI assistant, just like we have Google
It
Assistant.
was the assistant, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
now,
it was predominantly used for the Windows phones.
yeah, oh yeah, is it?
Yeah,
Back
it
then. Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
so
Lumia
Nokia
series,
phones, Lumia series.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it
Nokia
was
phones.
like a direct competition for the Siri, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
they
Windows
are promoting
competition for
like that
Siri,
only, yeah.
But
most
Cortana.
definitely.
I don't feel, I mean, yeah, you can say that Cortana is now open pilot.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Copilot.
Copilot.
Copilot,
Copilot.
yeah.
It's yeah, but it's change. It is not the same.
Yes, but I don't think that is why Microsoft has decided to, stop providing infra to OpenAI, because the in the same article I'm just quoting here, the timing of this shift in the Microsoft OpenAI relationship comes at the same time as the reveal of Stargate project, which is a major joint venture that aims to set up new AI data centers across US. This involves companies like OpenAI, Oracle, SoftBank, and Nvidia, and it is expected to inject up to $500 billion into developing necessary infrastructure to support next-gen AI models. So technically, OpenAI is contributing somehow in building the new AI infrastructure. And in that joint venture, Microsoft is not included.
Yeah,
So maybe there might be some ego issues
It's
there
from
can be.
another way basically.
yeah.
Most definitely, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's we need AI infrastructure as of now, because I have seen a lot of times nowadays ChatGPT saying you have utilized me to the fullest. Please come tomorrow. You
Yeah,
you have
We
exited
are utilizing AI more and more.
exactly.
yeah. A lot.
So I have also read a news about ChatGPT outage, which was globally down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was global
I mean,
outage.
yeah, it was down for some time, for sure.
yeah,
But there was some issue with loading the page or status page. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was down. I mean, more and more people have started accessing AI on a daily basis.
yeah,
So at this point, we definitely need more and more AI infrastructure. And if we have infrastructure, a lot of players and search engines like ChatGPT will be there in the market. So if at all we have a lot of infrastructure available out there for AI specifics, then a lot more search engines would be out there. So people will have options. People will have options like I can use ChatGPT or something else or something else. So I think, but yeah, again, it depends upon the accuracy of the other models. But I feel that since all of the newer models would be trained on the latest data, I think accuracy won't be an issue,
yeah,
Yeah,
is what I feel.
yeah,
So there's also some news from China on the similar lines. So
yeah.
there's this DeepSeek, a company named DeepSeek has reported that it is the most famous or most rated app on an app store after ChatGPT. So we are already speaking about alternatives for ChatGPT, and we already have it here as of today.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
the headline says, how DeepSeek's origins explain its AI model overtaking US rivals like ChatGPT. And there's a tagline saying that DeepSeek's success has wobbled the widely held belief that pouring billions of dollars into AI chip investments guarantees dominance. So they are pointing their fingers on US market and US giants,
Correct.
is what
Mhm.
I feel. So what happened? on January 27th is that Chinese labs AI assistant, which is DeepSeek, has became the first or became the most rated free app available on App Store in US. So, which is why they are terming as, we are great or we are better than ChatGPT.
Uh, it,
So,
im- yeah, it's
yeah,
also impact on Nvidia stocks as I
exactly.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which is why its success has wobbled the widely held belief, like the tagline said, and which is escalating a tech cold war with China, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this is headed. I mean, this is crazy, but if you take a look at the history, this was this was formed in 2013,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and the main thing was instead of hiring experienced engineers who knew how to build consumer facing AI products, the founder tapped PhD students from China's top universities to be part of their research team, even though they lacked industry experience, according to a report by Chinese tech news site.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is not a today's achievement.
Yeah.
This has been going on for last 12 years.
Yeah, I think so. It's a well thought out, planned, you know,
Yes.
approach to designing something rather than having a consumer famous approach, sell what sells. And if you see, like you mentioned before, where Nvidia, Microsoft, and other OpenAI all come into the picture just at the same time, where Microsoft is pulling out and well, OpenAI is, expressing the interest and launching the Stargate, project,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, DeepSeek's here. So I think this is not some drama kind of thing, but something big is going to go on in the AI space, and everyone should, keep their lookouts for this.
Yeah, I mean, we are we are sort of reading out articles which are saying sort of predicting a cold tech war between US and China, but we are here talking about $500 billion being pumped into AI infrastructure,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Nvidia is sort of leader to this particular move. But if you see here, where is that? uh yeah, DeepSeek does not rely on funding from high tech giants like Beidou, Alibaba, and ByteDance. It is solely backed by High Flyer, which is the parent companies, I suppose.
yeah,
It
it's a
has,
hedge fund, right?
yeah, hedge fund. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a partnership with chip maker AMD,
Ah, see.
which is powering models like DeepSeek V3 using AMD Instinct GPUs and ROCm, I don't know what's that, software, according to report by Forbes. So they are completely targeting the monopolies over here, I would say.
Yeah,
Nvidia is leading, so they decided not to go with Nvidia. They're going with AMD. That's insane.
it's insane.
Yeah.
But I think I feel that this is a good step. Like from AMD standpoint, this really is a good step
To
to
jump
boost
into
their
the
confidence.
AI hype train, I would say, because
Exactly.
they're already killing in the CPU market. Although they are not, say, as prominent or as pace effective as, say, Nvidia, obviously, in the GPU market, although still good cards. The CPU market obviously is dominated by AMD, hands down. But jumping into the AI hype train as well, when time's right, I think this is going to be a big play for AMD anytime.
Exactly. This will definitely boost their confidence in the AI market because Nvidia has sort of created a bubble or sort of created their own aura which states that I am the leader in GPU market as well as AI infrastructure market. We have
Yeah.
already seen Geo, or I guess Microsoft, I think Geo working with Nvidia
Mhm.
in, in developing all the AI infrastructure here in India.
Yeah.
So Nvidia is everywhere and they want to be the monopoly in specifically GPU market or
Yeah.
AI infrastructure market.
Yeah. I think what you can do, Amog, is cut this piece into something, but I'll just like to add into something. As a side note, I would like to explain why Nvidia and AMD have been mentioned so many times for the AI market. The GPUs that AMD or Nvidia make, that is the graphical processing unit, the graphic cards, they're not just used for gaming or processing graphical images, but they are also used in calculating vast amounts of data, manipulate it, and or study it, and basically train models such as machine learning based models or the artificial intelligence models that we are currently talking about, such as the OpenAI's project, that is the ChatGPT, or something like the Copilot, the Grok, or in this case, DeepSeek.
So basically, they have a divisions of the GPUs. So most of the GPUs will be used for the AI. Some of the GPUs will be used for the data center and all those things like servers and all
Yeah,
for different processes, and very few of them will be used for the gaming purpose. So they have a at the background for the normal people at the background they are huge. They are
yeah.
actually used their GPUs and their technology for some other purpose.
Hmm.
What we know about the NVIDIA is front is basically a GPU. So
Yeah.
the perception of power is basically related to the GPU is for the gaming, but
Uh-huh.
in the background it is much more is
There
going
is
on.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to just to help our audience relate with Nvidia versus AMD. So let's take an example of electric vehicles. So Nexon, when it comes to EV, Tata was the only player in the EV segment. So if you want to buy an electric vehicle, there were only Tata EVs available. So Tata technically is Nvidia when it comes to AI infrastructure. So Nvidia is everywhere. But now, few years later, Mahindra has also launched, or other players have also launched their own
Yes.
electric vehicles. So
Mhm.
Tata is no longer the only player in the market. There
Yeah.
are a lot of players. So now buyers have an option to go for other brand than Tata. So the other brands here are AMD, you can say.
And the whole context is just for the India market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 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 Not for the international market.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, before we wrap this up, moving ahead, we have this a small update on Hyperloop again
Mhm.
from IIT Madras, and they are organizing a global Hyperloop competition on 21st February.
Okay.
That's
And
interesting.
yeah, this is the first international such competition which will be held in Asia.
Hmm.
And I think this approach of IIT Madras is very much well thought of. And this reminds me of Cadbury's Madbury program. Do you guys know about it?
No.
Wherein
Mm.
Cadbury had sort of engaged with their consumers and they had asked for their own recipes. Competition will host 400 participants across world and which also includes key stakeholders from US, Europe, and Turkey. So the reason why I said IIT Madras is doing great by organizing this is that Hyperloop InnoQuest will be a thought-provoking case study competition aimed at tracking real-world challenges and implementing Hyperloop technologies. So a good part is that they are asking the participants to design the vacuum tube, to design the pod in which the passengers would be sitting.
Mhm.
So that's a good initiative, is what I feel.
Most
So
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the gist. And again, demonstrating advanced speed stability safety features on 450 meters. We have already done that state of the art test track built in the campus, nearby the campus. But it also involves high speed train traveling in near vacuum tube.
Mhm.
And so it's basically that. But people would be encouraged to design the pods and all the tunnels in this particular contest, you can say.
Yeah, you
The
never know
contestants.
who might, give you the best,
Exactly.
worthwhile ideas.
So this is similar to what Google or Microsoft does. Anyone out there who is finding bugs in our software will be rewarded. So
Yeah,
again, it is something like that.
It's
But
kind of a, yeah, it is kind of engagement, audience
yeah,
engagement,
correct,
you can say.
correct.
So audience here is the competitors and they're engaging towards the
yeah.
designing process. So
They're improving the product. Yeah,
correct.
That's true. And because Hyperloop was sort of there in news articles and everywhere. So I think on that particular note, arranging such competition globally is
Yeah.
a very good initiative, is what I feel.
most definitely. Yeah,
So, and also I think Union Railway Minister will also be present in that competition. So this will be go on from 21st February to 25th February.
that's a good time frame. Yeah,
And that will be in Madras, Chennai.
that's great.
So that's a wrap for today's video. Do let us know how did you feel about today's video. Let us know in the comments below. And like I said, like one of our subscribers did, he wanted to ask or rather know much more about Perplexity AI. So if you come across some topics, do post it in the comments below so that we can research about those topics and discuss in our next podcast. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment perplexity below if you're watching till here. And like we always say, like our video and share it with your friends and families and subscribe to our channels. Thank you. Bye bye. Welcome to Tech Gappa, which is the first tech podcast show in India, which wherein we discuss all things tech in a simplified
Wait.
in a simplified way.
आणि जरा हसून जमलं तर बोल.
हो, पण त्याच्या पुढे काय बोललो तुम्ही त्या दिवशी? Why?
Hey guys, welcome to Tech Gappa, which is the first ever tech podcast show in India wherein we discuss all things tech. And you ask why we do it. It's simple. We are technically nerds.
Right?
Yeah,
Mohit?
टेक्निकली नंतर लोगो येणारे मेले यार. चल पुढे बोल.
Recording in progress. So, hello, welcome back to Tech Gappa, which is the first ever tech podcast show in India. We are the host. I am Amogh,
I'm Sumedh.
I'm Mohit.
and we are technically nerds. So मी गणलोय का?
खूप गणलंयस तू.
हो ना? All right, before starting with today's episode,
Sorry.
That accent. All right.
we start to the today's episode. We are now available on Spotify and ending same tune. पण ending करायला तर लागेल.
कर.
पेटले तो कर ना.
बघ ना तो कर ना. Let's begin. Starting off, sir. Request, sir.
अण्णा
अण्णा
रिक्वेस्ट अण्णा
अलाउड
चला चांगला आता. सलाम